What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. Today is the endeavor of Sen's Fortress. Now, I said in the previous episode that we are going to do a full clear of Sen's Fortress, and there is a reason behind us wanting to do that, and that is because it can be very difficult for a lot of people on their first playthrough, and it can cause a little trepidation, if you will, for those to want to continue or even fully explore it when it is as difficult as it can be. So, my goal here, by showing you as much as I can in this episode and potentially the next, depending on how long it takes me to get through this, is so you know all the little ins and outs of this place and you know what you're looking for. Because at the end of the day, there are a few items here that are super helpful and super handy to have, especially to certain aspects of the game. So we're going to use these 19,000 souls really fast, and then we're going to get right into it. So here we go. Anyway, hopefully everybody is enjoying their upcoming weekend, and especially, their midweek. I know it can be kind of demanding getting over the Wednesday and Thursday hump, but you're almost there. I believe in you guys. So, let's look at this. So we're gonna do, yes, we're gonna take one more point in attunement and give ourselves 6 spell slots. We're gonna get into our attuning magic, and we are going to give ourselves the magic shield ability. Now what this will do is allow us to drastically improve our ability to block. Our current shield is not capable of doing 100% physical, but with this spell it gives us a small window of being able to block, able to block far more physical, far more magic, and other abilities. But let's boogie. So, just a heads up to all of those of you who are utilizing this channel to obviously help yourself rest. This one is going to be very magic heavy, so please be prepared. Next up, for everyone else who's new to Sen's Fortress, this place is heavy with traps, so look out for pressure plates. And always be sure to try and use them to your advantage. Oh boy, that's not a good start. Alright. There we go. Alright. So there are goodies hidden all over the place here. Traps, like I said. And this game is definitely not shy about it in Sen's Fortress. The best thing I can ever tell anybody, take your time, try not to rush it, because rushing it can lead to accidents, especially here. Do a little dance and get down tonight. Haha. Alright. So we're gonna start off with just the pretty much the basics through the area. Get through a little few points, and then we'll get down and dirty with a lot of the secrets of this place. So here's our second trap of the day. Kind of press it, let it fire, and go ahead and take your loot. Alright. Like I said, traps. Lots of traps. Take care of this fella here. Alright. Now, so I don't waste a bunch of magic spells, I am going to swap to 100% shield just for a second, because what we're about to do is we're going to take advantage of this fella here. Now, we don't want to kill him yet. We just want to aggro him and swap places with him. So we're going to give him a little poke, let him swing. The lizardmen do a very specific lunge strike that we are going to want to capitalize on. There it is. If you do it that way, he'll break open the secret wall. Now, normally to do this, you would have to adjust one of the traps that are throwing those giant stone balls that we saw a second ago through the door up there. And we would have to adjust the trap so it comes down here and then goes through for us to come in and grab this stuff. Best part is we have the master key, so we're able to, well, not free him yet, but we are able to grab this. Actually, if I'm remembering correctly, we can free him with the master key. Let's give it a little double check, just in case. So meet Master Logan.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
And the master key does it indeed. So definitely make sure you do that. Talk to him again, and you will find him at Fireland Shrine.
Oh, heavens. Thank you. I'm safe, and I'll have to resume my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me there, so that I may impart my sorcery.
Thanks, Big Hat Logan. Now he has the master level spells, if you will, for mages. They are the hardest hitting things you can get with him, but they are pricey. So we're going to go back to him once we have finished and 100% cleared this area. First step, we're going to follow this boulder down and into this little spot here. Got to be careful because, as you saw, it is a little slippy. I'm going to take care of these two fellas here so we can talk with Sigmire. Oh, just missed. So a little swig and boot his body off because haha.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you. Ah, so you see my sight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development.
So basically, when it comes to Sigmire, he is kind of this side storyline leading down to get an additional holy spell. So if you're looking to get the achievement for collecting all of the holy spells, you're going to need to finish out his storyline. Alright, so we're going to make a little dart to the next doorway. Duck in here for a second. Take care of our little lightning friend. And then we're going to make a run for that door, because there's a nifty little ring for all you defense-heavy centric individuals. This will increase, I believe, your physical resistance by 20%. Wait for this boulder to go by. And then we're going to hop down and get that item there, which is the short dagger. It is one of the few weapons that actually has the ability to reach around shields, so pretty handy for those dex builds out there. And boom. Take a little park. Look for our next boulder. And go. Alright, so luckily we're not up against the boss yet. This is just a fog door. Ah, how handy. They're actually polite enough to let you know that there's a trap right there. Let's see if we can't use it to our advantage. Oh well. Ah. If you heard this squeak, you will now see that the balls are here because the game likes to pivot those things. But first things first, we're gonna jump off here. And I know, it's probably like, well, why did I do that? Well, because there's some nifty items that we want to make sure we get. Like this large soul of the Proud Knight. And right in here, there is a new mage set. The Black Sorcerer set. And last but not least, a nice little shortcut. Oh, it must have been the spell it left behind. Yep, there we go. And just for the lulz, let's sport it, just because we can. Ta-da! Alright, and we definitely need to go back to our Grass Crest shield. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this shortcut, and we are going to come right here. Now, the reason why I came over here is to show you those spikes, alright? So that'll come into understanding here shortly. But here in a minute, we're going to go to a location that those spikes kind of become a problem. And you need to be ready to get off the elevator or you can die. And nobody wants that. So we're going to take our sip here. We're going to follow this boulder down further. So just sprint as far as you can, and then you're going to duck immediately left. So we're going to wait for a few moments because this hole is actually going to fill up with these boulders. And once they fill up, they're actually going to break that wall open for us, which is containing a special ring to increase our rare find ability. But this is the elevator we were just looking at, and it leads all the way back up and gives us a shortcut so we can actually get by the stone balls. But here's the important thing. I need you to really pay attention to this. Real treasure chests, their chain curls to the back. Mimics will always be pointed forward. And if you're unsure, watch it for a few moments, because they breathe. So, we know that this is a mimic here, so we are going to use our little sneaky ability of hitting it from, behind and giving ourselves an advantage. So let's take care of him real quick. And any of you guys using spears or like spears, this is a great tool. The lightning spear. Lightning weapons have this little unknown bonus or unrepresented bonus that increases your attack speed. Not by much, but enough. No. Let's follow this boulder into our fresh hole, straight to this corner, and grab our ring. Gold Covetous Ring increases your item find, allowing you to find more rare items easier. We're going to make our way back in here and take our elevator back up. guess I shouldn't be silly and try and change my armor while we're about to go up a spiky elevator. Da-da-da. And we are back here. So, the other thing is, with that shortcut, allows us to finish the rest of the way up and fix the trap so Sigmire can now get through. So, this is where we came up and where we dropped off originally. And Sigmire is just out here down to our left to kind of give you a full representation of where we've been and where we're going. Here into the hallway where we have another pressure trap. Okay, now a lot of people think you need to be in a light armor to get through this. It's not true. All armor types can get through. You just gotta sprint right. Ooh, we've been invaded. How interesting. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. I was so excited for a second there. Too bad. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I may have been excited with the invasion, but honestly, I've never been that great at PvP in this game. I think a lot of it has to do with the connection is just janky enough to make it very difficult. Alright, so definitely beware of this corner, because she will try and throw lightning bolts at you as you try and cross. And we're going to continue on our way. Now, there's no reason to waste your time going down the left side. There is nothing over there. So we're just going to soldier straight through, and notice we have ourselves 2 pressure plates, one on either side, ready to smoke any unfortunate soul. Alright, next. Traverse the white light, and into the next area. So, we're going to hit our bonfire first. Give ourselves a nice solid point to have a checkpoint up here, because this is where things start to get kind of dicey. So we're going to sprint as fast as we can up the stairs and make a hard right. And we're going to hop off right here. Make sure you have your sit. And then we're going to go back through here and hop back down. Alright, so we have a few more things that we're going to cover, but first off, we are going to come down here. Take care of a couple Balder Knights. So there's one. And Balder Knight number 2 is cheekily hiding around this corner. Ta-da! Oh, now that we've seen the mimic chain, observe the classic treasure chest chain. How it curls to the back. It's that indicator that we were looking for. That was very safe to open. Our flame stone plate ring here is for increasing your fire resistance. Very handy if you come up against any pyromancers in your fields. But also very handy against this fella. As you see, he throws fire pots. Very big fire pots. let that be represented. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna sprint for our lives. Oh. Have some time to grab this item. Continue up the way. Grab this item as well. And continue up the stairs some more. And then you're going to come across this and make a right, and then another right. Now, there is a path to our left. We are safe at this point for the time being. But there is nothing that direction. You can kill this guy if you want, but ultimately... Oh no. Silly me. Oh, forget this. I'm a mage. What am I doing? Silly me. Just to prove the fact that there is nothing over here, I don't want you guys feeling robbed or leaving yourself open to just being absolutely curious. But as you can see, there is nothing over here. Not even an invisible wall. Or illusionary wall, sorry. Okie dokie. So here in a second, we're going to make our way back to this set of cages, but our first step is to continue going up, because we got a pest throwing giant fire pots that needs to be taken care of. So we're going to keep on muscling forward, keep on sprinting, and don't stop, because you don't want to get caught by that fire pot. Here again. And one last time, go up even higher. Now, he can be very temperamental and get very violent. As you saw. So sometimes it's best to let him throw his temper tantrum. And then deal with him. But if you want, you can always slip in between his legs and kind of do a little dance to just stay between his legs, dancing behind his fist where he can't quite reach you. And there's our boss of the area. Ta-da! But don't worry, we still have more to cover here. It's not just that quick. Sorry to disappoint. Now that we've taken care of that, we can make our way back over here, and we're gonna take a little shortcut by rolling off here. And we're back to this T intersection, now that we're in a safe position where we can actually operate and explore more. Because once he is gone, he is permanently gone. So even if you die or sit on a bonfire, he'll still be gone. So, we're going to make a leap. It's recommended to be medium to light armor just for the ease of getting across. But it is possible with heavy armor so long as you stick to the left side. Well, that was a terrible performance, but it's okay. We're just gonna get the sniper crossbow before I had originally anticipated. Alright, let's go back up again and try this once more. Hopefully this time without the oops. Okay, well, let's try that again. There we go. Don't know what happened, but who cares? And don't panic when you come in here. He's friendly, I promise. He's actually a merchant.
Ah, what? What? Who are you? Ah, another undead, eh? I took on Sans Fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out. With your soul searching. There's nothing more to say. I'm finished. We're both on the brink, you see.
End of story. You bloody fool.
So, if you didn't get green titanite shards, he does sell them, but at a premium. So, be careful about where you spend your souls. So that's why I prefer to harvest green titanite shards from the slimes back in the depths. He does have a couple of, glorious little weapons. And for those of you who don't know and haven't noticed it yet, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Demon Souls, and Elden Ring are all modeled with the idea of berserk in mind. And there are constant little Easter eggs, if you will, revolving around it. The Greatsword being one of the big ones. It is, I believe, modeled after Guts's giant. What is this? What is this sword called? Yeah, if you're a Berserk fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We got some large weapons here. Got some nice arrows available to us. The only person who sells sniper bolts. And the Onion Knight, or the Katarina armor from Sigmayr's lineage, our current merchant with the steel armor available, and the Balder Knight armor, in case you didn't farm or grind for it, back at the chapel. We have 2 rings, and very obviously very similar to the Flame Plate ring, or Flame Stone Plate ring. These 2 do the exact same thing, but one is spell defense, the other is lightning defense.
Nothing at all? Fine then. Rush in like a naked babe and be skinned alive.
So the reason why we came here was not for him. In fact, it was down this stairwell. Because at the bottom of this stairwell is another lizard person. Big surprise, right? But really, it's actually for an item. So we're going to take care of this individual real quick before she hits us with a lightning bolt. Da-da-da. And grab ourselves the cage key. Now, if you didn't have the master key like I did, this is what you need to open up the cages that have Master Logan and that hero soul in it. But now that we have this, we can run all the way back up top. We're going to jump back across the gap to those twin cages, because those twin cages is the shortcut back to the front of it all. So we are absolutely going to activate it right now. You can honestly open either one, it doesn't really matter, but for some reason I always choose the left. I wonder why. Who cares? So we did sit at the bonfire earlier, which means all these fellas are currently active, so gotta be careful about that. And with as well as this is going, I might actually be able to do this in one shot, so, which is good. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expected some level of failure at some point. Neat. But it is still early, and you may find out that this is where I end up getting bested. So, if you're worried about getting immediately killed on, a drop, I would recommend dropping there, but be warned, there is an awful lot of lightning being thrown at you. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap out our health ring there, our health deficit ring, if you will. Swap to the rusted iron ring. And then we're going to come all the way back here. Have ourselves a little drinky drink. And we're going to activate our magic shield, so we'll be prepared for this fight, because we're going to jump down here to the bottom and take care of this fella. Hopefully, I can make the landing. So, here we go. Ah, awesome. Take our swig and step out. Okay, now we can work a little. So our next step is to position ourselves appropriately to take out each of those lightning lizards up top. Oh no, they got me. Pop another one there. And last but not least, this one up here. Ooh, she's sitting kind of squirrely. So gonna have to see if we can't. Nope, she's gonna stay up there. So I'm gonna capitalize on this fight right here while we have a chance. Okay. As you can see, sometimes the enemies do fall down here, so you gotta be a touch careful. And, we got Demon Titanite only. So these fellas obviously drop Demon Titanite, which I think I forgot to grab the other one, so I'll have to run back and get that. But got some more Soul Bank items and a scythe, which is kind of handy, kind of cool. Hard to describe, so I think what we'll do is just show it off instead, because it's very much like a halberd in this game. So, da-da-da, there you go. Not my style, but some people like it. Alright. Go grab our Demon Titanite. We missed. Ah, that time we got it. So we got the Titanite catch pole from him, which is a kind of a rare drop. So we kind of lucked out with that one. I don't like that though. Now, there are 2 more Demon Titanite over here. I'm just gonna show them to you, but I'm not gonna fight them because there's no need for me. But all they're going to do is either give you Demon Titanite or possibly the catch pole, but they are much harder than these 2. And small FYI, the Demon Titanite will always drop a Demon Titanite brick, which you will use in the future to upgrade boss weapons if you ever craft one, which require a boss soul and the giant blacksmith of Anor Londo. Grab this little item here that we saw at the very beginning of this place, and instead of dropping down, we're actually going to poke this wall. Hoya! Climb our little ladder here, all the way to the top, where we will have another friend to take care of and get another large volume of souls from. Gotta get all sneaky beaky like. Aha. And yes, another Titanite chunk. Now the reason why I want to represent these Titanite chunks is because they are what's required to get to level 11, 12, 13, and 14 for any upgrading of regular equipment, which is what we are doing with our shield. Moving on, we're gonna take care of the last little stretch now. We're gonna hop in our elevator here. And then we're gonna go take care of one last path that we bypassed earlier. So back here, before the T intersection, I'm sure you caught a couple of glimpses of them. I wonder, is he in range for this? I didn't think so. If you have a bow and arrow, you can actually kill him. It won't stop the stone boulders, just so you know, but easy 3,000 souls. So, we're back here, and we have a Bernicky Knight to take care of. Oh, we are definitely running out of spell juice, huh? Well, I guess I can go back to Dusk Crown Ring, get some of my spells back for now. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Bugger. Oh well. So, we'll take care of him. We're gonna head down this little ladder here, and we're gonna find another Asturian Knight. Now, the last Asturian Knight we met was Oscar, and he freed us from the prison. This one isn't so friendly. Well, ain't you cheeky? This was Rykard. And if you take care of him, you can get a more advanced rapier called Rykard's Rapier. And his is kind of handy because his has a special ability, but I unfortunately can't use it because we are not a dex build. So if you have a 20, you can do this really cool multi-thrust ability with the left trigger with it. I think it's right? No, I stand corrected. Right trigger. Silly me. But we come here for Rykard's Rapier for the funsies, the Divine Blessing for sure, and the rare Ring of Sacrifice. Now, we covered Ring of Sacrifice, I believe, in the first episode. The rare Ring of Sacrifice will do the same thing as the original. However, this one will also protect you from curse. Now, why would that be something we want to do? Well, curse in this game is quite devastating. When your curse bar fills up, it automatically ends you. You just croak. And when you respawn, you only have 50% of your health. And you cannot go above it until you've uncursed yourself. It can be pretty rough. But that is ultimately Sen's Fortress in a nutshell. All we have left is the boss. So we're going to go take care of him. And go get some spells, because I believe we still got some time to make this a solid hour. We're doing very well here today. But one last thing, because friendship is everything when it comes to the Souls series. So we're gonna go find ourselves a little friend. My personal favorite NPC, Iron Tarkus. Black Iron Tarkus. Now, his armor is not the heaviest or the strongest in the game, but I believe has them... No, I stand corrected. I believe his is the strongest armor in the game, but not the highest poise. I believe that belongs to the giant set. So, we got our little tanky friend here. And we're gonna go deal with a boss. So here we go. Keep your guard up, because he does throw a nasty little winged attack. And get to work. What is that? go find out what this is, because this isn't right. Whatever this is. Huh. Interesting. Thanks, Tarkus. The core of an iron golem. And we get 40,000 souls for taking him down. Now, when we return to this place, we're going to use this golden circle, but for right now, we're going to go pay a visit to Firelink Shrine. We're going to go get ourselves some new spells. We're even going to use ourselves a bunch of soul bank items, just to really make sure we get what we want. So, let us take ourselves a little jaunt, shall we? All the way back to this start, and back to Firelink. Oh yes, I am so sorry. I missed one final item. I knew I was forgetting something. So we're gonna go grab that real quick. I'll show you how to get that item as well. It's surprisingly simple, and we were actually right next to it already, once before. Oh, and be warned. These traps, they reset. Gonna go talk to our little friend Sigmire again, now that we've moved the ball. But wait, he's already moved on. Here I was trying to be funny and silly and show you that Sigmire has moved on thanks to our clearing of the area for him. And I wound up getting bodied. Well, silly me. Anyway, let's go get our things back, just briefly, and go get that last item. Alright. Okay. I'll try and make this a little quick, since, I did the silly thing and finally died, and I shouldn't have. Okay. Ooh, that was close. That would have been a very tragic loss of 80,000 souls. Oofta. Okay, so let's head back to Firelink Shrine. We have seen and witnessed that Sigmire has moved on, so that's a good thing. But I am going to tell you now, players, that I will not be continuing on with his story, nor will I be continuing on Solaire's story. These are things that I wish you, as the player, to uncover yourself and leave a little bit of shrouded mystery for you. Because where's the fun when you don't get to discover things yourself? There, you want to hide behind your shield? Fine. I'll just hammer away at it. Now, I know I haven't turned human yet, but we are going through a bunch of areas where we can't be invaded, so I'm not going to quite throw that wrench out yet until we make our way to the next area, which will be Anor Londo. Yoink. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your patronage. So, as you've seen once before, we're going to take this little shortcut back to Firelink Shrine again. And where we had spoken to our mage trainer, or the apprentice, if you will, of Logan, you will actually find Logan there as well. And there he is. We'll talk to our little mage friend first.
The 3 young clerics headed for the catacombs to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires. The poor young girl sent down into a tomb. What a terrible mission she is burdened with.
So that kind of gives you an idea. If you find yourself stuck at the upcoming location, you can go to the catacombs. But be warned, without a holy weapon, it can be quite difficult.
Oh, hello again. I was waiting to tell you. Master Logan has returned, and he tells me that he has you to thank. Well, we are both in your debt now. Thank you, sincerely. He's just over there. Go along and have a chat.
There you are. I was expecting you. As promised, I will share my sorceries.
So now we can increase our soul arrows. Great soul arrows. Use some really dope homing soul masses if we want, but the big one being these soul spears. Oh my gosh, so good. Grab some more soul arrows, grab that.
I will stay here for the time being. Speak to me again to further your knowledge.
Woot woot. Thank you, Master Logan. And then we're going to use... Now, you saw me use the other 2 boss souls at Frampt. If you're going to consume the core of the Iron Golem, it is more beneficial to consume it yourself. Otherwise, you'll get very little souls. So, ciao.
Hello there. You really are very diligent. I quite understand. Study is invigorating.
So we're going to buy our last magic item here, or spell.
I will stay here for the time being. Speak to me again to further your knowledge.
Now, later down the road, because we bought all his spells, we can get an additional soul mass and soul spear, I believe, from him.
Oh, hello. I appreciate the attention.
Not yet, though.
You really should speak
But
to
later.
Master Logan. That will certainly do him more good.
So, see, he still has nothing yet.
Goodbye, then. Do stay safe.
When Master Logan does disappear, that is the time you'll be able to get those additional spells. But for now, we're going to make our way to Anor Londo, where we will have ourselves one final sit and call it a night. So, make our way back up the elevator and back into Sen's Fortress, where we'll take the shortcut back up to the Golden Ring and have ourselves the travel. Hopefully I didn't book through this episode too quickly for you guys. I know I was moving a little quick, but I really didn't want to split this episode up. I really wanted to make sure it was contained into a single episode to help you guys who are potentially going up against this place anytime soon. And wanted to make sure you had everything you needed to know. I feel like I probably said that already, but beside the point. It still stands. Anyhow. Make ourselves that quick little sprint, and when we get to our next bonfire, I will use the rest of our soul bank items and level up a few little Nibnoid abilities here and there. And I forgot, because we left the area, we have to deal with some enemies again. Aha, I have invulnerability frames. Now what will you do? I am going to swap back to my gold hem cloak because, well, it's super adorable. So ha. I got kind of tired of looking at the other armor set. And I still forgot to get that last item for you. Boy, I am a terrible Let's Player, aren't I? This time we're gonna go get it, I promise. And if I get distracted, yell at me. Go full lemon grab on me. Just say it's unacceptable. Alright. Where was it again? It was up, right? Yes, there it was. Okay. Now I remember where I'm at. We're gonna just book it on up here because we got nothing to worry about. Cut through here and get cheeky with it. Get them a little backstab action. And we're gonna run up here, but you gotta remember that sound went off, which means the iron balls have been activated again and are now a problem. So we'll take our shortcut once more. Go back up this set of stairs here. To be perfectly honest, we don't even have to fix this because Sigmaier's already been by, so we're just gonna leave it. Make sure nobody sneaks up behind us. Alright, so there's that. And now we have made it to the important part. So, yes, I remember now. It was actually, we are gonna flip this, especially now, because where we rolled off and just eliminated that lightning basilisk is actually where we need to go. This is why I forgot about it, because we need to go through that hole there. Whammo! Alright. officially completes this area with the slumbering dragon crest ring that will make your footsteps silent. So a quick little roll down, take our elevator all the way back up. Make sure I'm not talking out my butt. Yep, there you go. Where it produces no sound whatsoever. So if you're a heavy armor guy and you find yourself triggering a lot of aggro because you're too noisy, and yes, that is a thing in this game, you can find yourself having a slightly easier time. Poke. Alright, and we've made it back to our golden ring where we will activate it finally. Look at that human piece of jerky. Welcome to the city of golden sunlight. Some people claim that this is the hardest area. I tend to disagree with them. Gonna make ourselves a quick little jaunt down the way to our final destination for the night. And as long as you don't get too close to the sentinels, these giant guardians here, they're not gonna bother you. So we're just gonna run by them and we'll take care of them next episode. We're gonna run halfway down here and make a sudden left because that is where our bonfire is. And a new firekeeper. Woot woot. Have ourselves a sip. And last but not least, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I hope you have yourselves a wonderful time. Good luck if you decide to take on Sen's Fortress and do a full clear on your first try. It is quite the undertaking. I know I may have somehow made it look easy. It was not my intention. But anyhow, best of luck out there, and thank you again for joining us tonight. Good night.